think the difference between the 1960s and the 1990s in terms of these psychedelic compounds is that the 60s entirely lacked any awareness of shamanism or the historical role that these substances had played throughout human history and prehistory. The 60s believed they were inventing this reality for the first time. Now that we have been able to compare the psychedelic experience to the way it is done in the Amazon, in West Africa, in areas where these things have been used and understood for a long time, we now have a model. And it's the model not that you take low doses and go with your friends to a rock concert, but that you take high doses in a situation of sensory isolation, such as a quiet, dark room, and make an inward journey into the self that parallels the journey that shamans have always made to recover lost souls, or to cure, or to discover the whereabouts of lost objects. So in a way, psychedelic exploration has gained power, respectability, and legitimacy by discovering that its own roots were in a Paleolithic religion of great power and wide distribution. In other words, psychedelic voyaging is not something new. This is how religion was done for the first 1,000,000 years, not the last 2,000 years. This is really the only exception to this rule. And I agree with what you also said about how vast this domain seems to be. Serious psychedelic voyagers, I think, can agree the further in you go to this realm, the larger it appears to be. Really what we are doing is we are discovering the inner richness of organism. That, the richness of the human world is not in owning stuff. The richness of the human world lies in being able to access what is within us. Our minds are not blank slates or merely repositories of traumatic memory. Our minds are doorways into an infinite labyrinth, a kind of Borgesian library of infinite possibilities, and we can choose to open these doorways in whatever sequence or fashion we wish. That 20,000 years ago on the plains of Africa was the expansion of the human diet, the restless search for new food sources that led our primitive ancestors to include mushrooms in their diet that contained psilocybin, and out of that synergistic bootstrapping effect springs the whole
spectrum of human cultural effects, religion, language, poetry, magic, dance, all of these unique expressions of humanness come out of the restlessness of primate organization and the synergy of psychoactive psilocybin in the hominid diet. This is the real missing link. This is the real key to what the factors were that called us forth into humanness.